The Iowa housing market. For years, it's been a safe haven for families, farmers, and first-time buyers alike. But as mortgage rates soar and national housing markets shake, there's one question on everyone's mind. Is Iowa's housing bubble about to burst? We will break down the numbers, go over some talks I've had with local experts, and reveal trends that every home buyer, seller, and investor needs to know. From home prices and rising interest rates to shifting migration patterns and the effect of big issues like the controversial CO2 pipeline proposal, everything you need to make an informed decision is right here. So if you're ready to find out the real story behind Iowa's housing market, this might just change your plans for 2024 into 2025. Let's break down the latest trends for Iowa and the U.S. housing market in a way that really shows what these numbers mean for you. Starting with the national scene. In September, the U.S. median sale price reached $428,000, marking a 3.9% rise year to year. But even with these price increases, there's a twist. Sales volume dropped with just over 402,000 homes sold across the country, a 5% dip from last year. This mix of rising prices and fewer sales suggests that buyers may be feeling the pinch, likely thanks to rising mortgage rates and/or it being election year. Now let's zoom in on Iowa. Iowa's median sale price for September sits around $237,000, which is up 4% from last year, a solid gain for Iowa homeowners. However, sales volume paints a different picture. The number of homes sold in Iowa dropped significantly to just under 2,900, which is an 11.2% decrease year over year. This kind of dip is pretty big, hinting that demand may be cooling off or that buyers are holding back until interest rates settle or the election is over. Let's go over the big two in Iowa: Des Moines and Cedar Rapids. In Des Moines, the median sale price is just under $199,000 and actually saw a 3.5% drop from last year. Meanwhile, sales took a serious hit. Only 214 homes were sold in September, which is a 14.1% decline year over year. This drop could signal a growing hesitation among buyers, possibly due to local economic factors or affordability challenges. Cedar Rapids, median home prices here sit at $195,000, reflecting a 1.5% decrease year over year. Sales volume also dropped to 174 homes in September, about a 9% decrease from last year. If this is the first time watching our channel, welcome. My name is Tony Lukin, the head realtor of the Living in Iowa team. And if you want to know everything there is to know about the great state of Iowa, then make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that like button, and smash that bell so you are notified each week we come out with a new video covering all things Iowa. All right, let's talk about inventory levels and what this really means for the market. First, on the national level, inventory has surged by nearly 14% compared to last year. Right now, we're looking at almost 1.8 million homes listed across the entire United States. This significant rise in homes available means buyers have more options, which could lead to longer time on the market and potentially more competitive pricing among sellers as they have to work to attract offers. It's a big change from the frenzied market of the last few years. And in Iowa, the story is even bigger. Inventory has grown even more than the national rate, jumping by over 15% year over year, with 12,396 homes currently on the market. For Iowa buyers, this increase in listings can be good news, providing more options and a bit of breathing room in negotiations. For sellers, though, this means they'll likely need to price competitively or invest in making their home stand out to capture buyer interest. With both Iowa and the U.S. seeing double-digit inventory growth, it's a sign that the market conditions are shifting. More inventory can indicate a cooling period where buyers have more to say in the transaction and sellers might need to temper price expectations to keep homes moving. Whether you're in Iowa or watching the national market, inventory levels like these can be a game changer. Keep an eye on whether this trend continues, as it could affect everything from home prices to time on the market in the coming months. What is being said about interest rates for the rest of 2024 and into 2025? Since late 2022, mortgage rates have jumped to around 6% to 7%. And in fall 2023, they nearly hit 8%, the highest in over 20 years. Rates started to dip slightly this summer, as many anticipated would cut the federal funds rate at its September meeting, and that's exactly what happened, with Fed reducing rates by a notable 50 basis points, not just the expected 25. The Fed also plans more cuts, projecting 2 in 2024 and 4 in 2025. So while mortgage rates have softened a bit, we're still far from historic lows seen during the pandemic. Most experts believe rates will continue to decline, but gradually, with any substantial drops likely not arriving until 2025. For buyers, this means rates may ease over time, but likely won't fall drastically in the near term. I reached out to my trusted loan officers to get more information, and they are echoing this sentiment that they believe interest rates will stay steady or come down after some time. One of Iowa's biggest pros is its housing affordability, so let's go over it. When it comes to affordability, Iowa's housing market truly shines, with the median home price across Iowa sitting at just $237,000. It's nearly $200,000 lower than the national average, and in Iowa's two largest cities, Des Moines and Cedar Rapids, median prices are even more accessible, just under $200,000. This makes Iowa not only one of the most affordable places to buy a home in the country, but also an option that offers a solid quality of life. If you're looking for a place where you can get more home for your money while enjoying all the perks of the Midwestern living, Iowa's housing market is a tough one to beat. Let's take a look at new home construction in Iowa's two biggest cities, Des Moines and Cedar Rapids. In 2023, Des Moines saw a 5.5% rise in building permits for new homes, a positive sign of growing interest in potential housing demand. However, even with this bump, permits issued in 2023 didn't quite reach the high levels we saw back in 2021. So far in 2024, Des Moines has seen an increase in new home permits pulled, showing it is sustaining its historic growth. On the eastern part of the state in Cedar Rapids, new home construction seems to be slowing more significantly. In 2023, there were 36 residential building permits, but in 2024, only 5 permits have been issued so far. This slowdown could hint at a variety of factors like builders adjusting to market demand or shifts in local housing needs. For those following Iowa housing market, these numbers are worth watching to see if construction picks up again soon. Normally, I only recommend one video at the end, but this week I recommend 2 of them, as they will be on the screen. One covers the CO2 pipeline in detail, while the other talks about migration in Iowa. Both are important for you to know, so make sure to check them out.